Hey guys, what's up? My name is Zevi Shafran. Thanks for checking into the channel. If you don't know who I am, I'm a president of a mortgage company in Woodland Hills, California. Thank you for joining. Today's video is kind of cool. I wanted to touch on increasing interest rates and should you or should you not be buying real estate during these times. Now, my emphasis is on investment property and potentially an owner occupied as well. So if you're here for that, hang tight, let's go through it. I think you're gonna get a lot of value out of this video. Should you in fact be buying real estate when interest rates are going through the roof? As we know, Jerome Powell came out today, said that they're gonna be looking at increasing rates as much as 75 basis points. That's 0.75% into the next rate hike. Now, that makes a significant difference on, where we are in the market. The market reacts to it. Interest rate, both short-term and long-term, are now shooting up. And you're asking yourself, I'm about to be going into contract on a property, or I'm looking for a property. Is this the right time? Should I be holding off or should I be buying in? What should I do? Now, the funny thing is I actually got several of those questions already. Clients and their spouses got on the phone with me on a conference call to have these conversations. So I thought, this would be a great topic to share with you guys. These are my personal thoughts. There are 5 reasons why I would be buying real estate. Let me share them with you. Number 1, I would be buying real estate in today's market if I was going to reposition an asset. What does that mean? If I was going to buy something and I was gonna flip it, something that I was going to enhance the value, if I was gonna rehab a property, buy something for the purpose of, I got a good deal today, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put some money into it and hopefully sell it for more money tomorrow. In that case, 9 out of 10 times, most of my borrowers require a bridge loan because there's multiple buyers trying to jump on that asset, and therefore the high interest rate is simply a cost of doing business, so it's really not a big deal. You're buying for X and then you're exiting the transaction and making a lot more money on the other side. So that would be one reason why I would not be rate sensitive to what's going on in the market today. Number 2, redeveloping a property. If I'm buying something today, not only am I thinking about rehab, I'm actually thinking about leveling this place altogether, because I know whatever is sitting on that property today is not nearly as valuable as what I'm about to put on it. And then for that reason, the cost of finance, whether it's private or institutional, doesn't really matter. It's just the cost of doing business. Again, I'm gonna buy a property, I'm gonna level it, and then I already have plans, renderings, drawings, schematic, all that other stuff to put something gorgeous on that property, whether it's the same type of an asset, meaning a single family residence, or I'm actually gonna go into a multifamily, which might generate even more cash flow. So at that point, I don't really care about the financing piece going into it, because it's just the cost of doing business until I have my structure up. So that would be number 2. Looking at number 3, I'm actually buying a piece of property because of cash flow. So if I'm in today's market and I'm shopping around and I know that the piece of property that I'm about to buy is going to generate cash flow based on today's rates, which means that if I inject, 25-30% worth of equity, my money into the property, and it still cash flows, means it pays off the mortgage and I'm generating positive income, at that point, still a no-brainer, because over time, the market is cyclical. No matter what happens, in the long run, I'm gonna be building equity. This place is gonna appreciate in value as long as I hold it long enough, and it's gonna build equity because I'm paying down my debt. So for that reason, I would buy the property. The 4th reason is appreciation. If I'm buying something and I think that the property that I'm buying, for whatever the reason might be, is going to appreciate in value, that would be a great reason for me to purchase a property. And actually, that's been the purpose of why a lot of people have purchased properties in the LA market, which is where I am. However, talking about the landscape of where we are today, I would find it a little bit difficult to buy an asset and think that it's going to appreciate much more than what it already has, but that's a different conversation. But if I was going to buy something and I believed that that asset was going to appreciate in value, for that reason, I would buy the property. Okay, now there is one more reason why I would buy a property, and that would be if I was gonna buy something as my personal residence, because I believe that you should enjoy the day-to-day. We all work really hard. You should be able to go home and enjoy the place that you call home. Now, as long as you can afford the payment with today's interest rates, and you can put down a down payment and be comfortable living in a place that you call home, then for that particular reason, I would definitely buy. And I'll tell you why. Because no matter what, over a long period of time, an extended period of time, as you have a mortgage, regardless of what the interest rate is, if it's not an interest-only payment, you tend to pay it down, and then now you're building equity in the property. So if I was gonna look for a place for myself, no matter the market, as long as I could afford the payment, I would still move forward with it. Okay guys, hopefully you enjoyed my 5 reasons of why I personally would buy real estate, whether it was number 1 to reposition, number 2 to tear down and start over, number 3 cash flow on the property, number 4 is appreciation, and number 5 is if I was buying myself an owner-occupied property, I would love to enjoy my life to the fullest. So yes, I would buy in any market and just enjoy my life. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.